Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to make this skirt, and to do so I have my yarn, my needle, which is a 4.0 mm, a tapestry needle, some stitch markers, my scissors, and the tape measure. Now this is a continuation of the video that you've seen, so this is part 3, so stay tuned. So first we need to make the band of the skirt, and to do so we need to make our chain stitches. And this, the beginning chains, the length of the chain should be the same size as your hips plus 2 inches, and I prefer to add 2 more inches because sometimes it depends on your tension. The skirt can be a bit tight when you're finished. So the size that I'm working on is a 36 inches, so I'll make the number of chains for 38 inches in all. So you can do the same for your sizes. I'll just put the sizes at the top, and these are generic sizes, so you can make the amount of chain that match the size, the inches that you for your hips. So making the chains to measure the hip sizes. Alright, so I have enough chains for my size, and when you're measuring to see if it's the amount of the width is the amount that you need for your hip size, you should make sure that it is stretchy and not completely stretched out. So I'm just going to connect the last chain to the beginning chain, and just to make sure that it is on the side that is suitable for me to make the chains around. So I'm just going to attach with a slip stitch, just like that, and that completes my first row. Now I'm just going to make the double crochets, and I do so by chain 3. So I'm going to make a double crochet into every chain stitch that was made before. So this is what I have so far, and I am just going to close it at the chain 3 that I made here with a slip stitch, sorry. And you can leave it at one row, or you can do you can continue by making another row, which I'll make as well, but instead I'll turn my work to go the opposite side. So I just chain 3, and then I'll continue with my double crochets until I'm at the beginning chain 3, where I'll make a slip stitch and start with my pattern. Alright, so now that I'm at the end, I have about 2 double crochets left. So I'm going to make those and then join my pieces together with a slip knot. And I do so at the top of the chain 3 that we made. We just put our hook through and then just make a slip knot, and that is it. So at this point I'm just going to measure the bun to see if I have, because remember we started making 38 inches, so 38 divided by 2 should be 19. So yeah, so it's about 19. That's about that size. So that means that we're on the right track. So at this point I'm just going to count the amount of double crochets that I have to see what are the sizes for the boxes should I make. So I have 140 double crochets in all, so I'm going to chain 3, which is my starting point, and then chain 4, and then find the 5th double crochet to make my box. So 1 2 3 4 5. So yarn over and make a double crochet into that box. So repeat 1 2 2 3 4, yarn over and find the 5th one, or 4 more from the chain that we're on. So 1 2 3 4 5. So again we chain 4, 1 2 3 4, find the 5th chain, so 1 2 3 4 5, yarn over, enter with a double crochet. So I'll be making this row for this pattern here for 5 rows, and I'll put the amount of rows that you need to make for your sizes. Alright, so I had about 4 double crochets left, so I need to connect it to this. I just made a chain of 5 so that I can connect it to this part over here. So I'm going to connect it to the top, the chain 3 that I made with a slip knot, and that is it. Alright, so that is it. So we are just going to repeat this row as I mentioned before for as many times that you see on the screen, and I'm going to just chain 3, turn my work the opposite way, and I am just going to make the same amount of chains that I made here to go around. So that's what I'm going to do until I have 5 rows, sorry. Okay, so I have completed all 5 rows, and now what we're going to do for the other set of rows that you make this amount, we are going to divide our piece into 5 panels. So I have 35 boxes that you see here, and I am going to divide by 5, which is 7. Now I am going to just chain 3, that's my beginning chain, turn my work, and continue with my making the boxes until I have 7 boxes in all. So that's what I'm going to do. So I have my 7 boxes, my first set of 7 boxes here, and what you can do if you have stitch markers, which would be easier for you, you can just mark it so that you know where to start and stop. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, so when you've completed making your first set for your first panel, we are going to make not single crochet, chain stitches across to meet the next panel that we're on. So the second panel that we have, we will not be making the boxes, we will be just making the chains. So we need to count the number of chains that you have here so that you can make the double crochet to connect here. So I have 35 here, so I am going to make a chain of 35. So I have 35, so what I'm going to do is to yarn over and remove my stitch marker, place my crochet hook into where the stitch marker was, and complete my double crochet. So that is it for my second panel. Now my third panel, I am going to make the boxes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to yarn over and complete 7 boxes that I need. So at this point we've almost completed the panel, so we're going to remove the stitch marker, make a double yarn over and make our double crochet there, and that completes our third panel. Now we're going to complete the fourth panel, which we are going to make 35 chains, or as many chains that you had in the second panel that we had here. So I have 35, so I'm going to chain 35. So I'm going to yarn over, remove the stitch marker, and enter with a double crochet. So that's what we're going to do, and then complete the last panel with our boxes. So when we're at the last box, we're going to just connect our two sides together. Just like that. So just to re-emphasize, after you finish making your 5 rows here, you're going to split your panels into 5 pieces, and then after you split your panel into 5 pieces, the first, the third, and the fifth panel will have the boxes. the amount of boxes that you get after dividing the amount of boxes you have in total by 5. And then the even numbers, so the second and the fourth panel will have the chain stitches. So I hope that was clear enough, but if not and you'd like me to explain further into details, you can let me know in the comment box below, or if not, you can send me a message on my Instagram page or an email. So we're going to repeat this row for the amount of time that you see on the screen here. So for me, I will repeat this for 9 more times. So just to show you once more, what we'll do is to chain 3, turn our work, chain 4, yarn over, and make our boxes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. At this point, we're going to make the same amount of chains that we had here, which was 35. So I'm going to yarn over and insert it at the beginning with the third panel with a double crochet, and that is how it looks. So continue making our boxes. So that will be it. So you just repeat those rows that you see on the screen earlier, and I'll show you what to do after you've completed the rows. At this point, I've now completed all the rows that I needed, and we're just going to make 5 more rows. Well, the amount of rows that you see here of the same regular boxes that we made before. And what you need to do, so we're just going to continue. So we're just going to make the regular boxes. So at this point, when you're at the chain stitches, what you're going to do is to make the same number of chains that you are making here. So I chain 4, yarn over, and I'm going to look for the 5th stitch to make my double crochet. And make my double crochet. So just like that. And if you're liking the video so far, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also share it with your friends. So that's what we'll do, and I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 as I should have up the top. So you'll continue to repeat this for as many rows that you need, or the recommended rows that I have put on the screen. So that's how it will stay, and at the end I'll show you how it looks. So for this side, you'll just do the same as I mentioned before, that you'll make the same amount of boxes that you had at this row here, and just repeat, and then you'll be finished. Alright, so this is how my work looks so far, and we are going to make the tassels now. And to do so, you can make them as long as you need, but I will make them about this length. Right, so I have about 36 double crochets here, and I'll put 2 of the tassels in 1 double crochet. Length of the tassels that I have here is about 10 inches unstretched. So I'll put my tassels in every other row that you see here, and you can, in every other double crochet that you see at the bottom, you can put it in every double crochet, or do like what I am doing and put it in every other double crochet. Now to attach the tassels, what you need to do is to take your hook and just insert at the opposite side of the skirt, pull through, and then make one crochet and pull. So let me repeat. On the opposite side, which is on the inside, you take your tassels, line them together so that they're somewhat even. Take your hook, insert into the double crochet here, put it around the hook, pull through, and make 1 chain stitch and pull. So that's it. So this is how it looks so far, and what we're going to do is to just line it and then trim the ends so that they're evenly matched. And all you need to do is just to so after you finish making the tassels and trimming them, we're going to make the string for the waist here. So since it's a size small, I'll make about 150 to 200. So I've made my chains, and what I'm going to do now is to weave in the chain in the waist. So I have my tapestry needle, which will make it easier to weave in the string. So I just need to look for the middle. It should be so about here. So what I'm going to do now is just to put it in every other 3 double crochet that you see here. So this is how it looks so far, and as I mentioned before, I'll show you how it looks at the end and how it looks on the mannequin at the end of the video. So thanks again for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and thanks again for watching. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye.